welcome to Hang Out with Me. I'm Anastasia Fishner. Welcome. Let me know where you're joining me, and please put in the comment section. Welcome. And as you're joining, please help us to share. Okay, help us to share and invite others. I'm sorry for coming late today. So our topic today is centered on relationship girls and married girls, but the theme today is help. He said he loves me, but he beats me and disrespects me. Help! She said she loves me, but she beats me and disrespects me. So, what has beating to do with loving someone? And of course, what has disrespect got to do with loving someone? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, if somebody loves you, they tend to understand you. They tend to even when they don't understand you, they tend to give you chance to hear from you, to actually know the reason, or the reason beyond behind your behavior to them. So love is a gentle medication, so to say, in someone's life. Love, it's so kind, and love is so precious, and love is so tender, and love is calm. Love is so calm, and because of that, somebody that is in love with you want to stay calm with you. Somebody that is in love with you want to to talk to you in a manner that you will be honored. So love command respect. Some people say respect commands love, but I say love commands respect, because love is the spiritual energy that can even make you want to respect someone. Yes, love is the spiritual energy that helps you to love, to respect others. Love is the spiritual energy that helps you to honor others. Okay, so because of that, love commands respect. So if you're in love, or you say you're in love, and the mental capability of the person you love is in order, because I begin to see when somebody is passing through stuff in relationship that makes the partner to start, uh, uh, doing a lot of these. I don't want to use some words because of Facebook algorithm. You know, when the relationship becomes sour, that you have to start, like boxing yourselves and all that. You begin to ask, what is the origin of that stuff coming to violence? I mean, what is bringing those things in our relationship? You have to know the roots, because if you can find the roots, then you can uproot it. And once you find the roots and you uproot it, your marriage will be uh, beautiful, and your relationship will be palatable. But and once one of the ways of finding out is, for instance, finding out your couple, I mean your partner, is everything wrong, right with your partner? Has he gone wacko? Has she gone wacko? So if they haven't gone wacko or nothing like that, then what is making them to overreact? What is making them to overreact to the length of trying to, like, hit you, or beat you, So you have to find out that. And if you find out that those things that you think are making them to do that are not necessarily why they should do that, then you have to sit them down and talk to them. You will not even allow the quarrel to get to the realm of you looking for help. He said he loves me, and he beats me and disrespects me. So, but today I want to tell us there are so many things in a relationship, and apart from the fact that God ordained a marriage, especially for married couples, God ordained a marriage. And because God ordained a marriage, we should not be just sitting down and not helping ourselves and not doing the right thing at the right time. Remember, the devil goes around looking for whom to devour. So if a devil sees a family also that they are not meeting up to expectation, he tries to put fire, unholy fire there, to make those people get hit with the negativity. So you have to be up and doing your relationship. You're a woman, dress up, neat up, and take care of yourself, take care of your family. If you're a man, dress up, neat up, take care of your family, and take care of your wife. So if you want a woman to submit to you, then make the woman know that you're available for her. And when a woman knows that you're available for her and her alone, definitely she's going to submit to you. Because one of the reasons why there are no so many women are not in longer heads with their husbands is because some of these so-called husbands, they have other mistresses out there. And when a woman discovers that a man that she loves has a mistress outside, the respect goes down. The respect goes down, and that's the beginning of coming down of respect, going down of the respect. And when the respect goes down, um, then the man is no longer honored. And when the man is no longer honored, submission diminishes. And when submission diminishes, then your you're heading into emotional abuse and different kinds of abuse we set in, and that's it. So, but so many women, they try to like say, okay, fine, he's doing that to me. They will cry in their inner doors, they will cry in their inner rooms and wet their pillows and all that. They will cry their head out and say, okay, because of their children they want to stay and enjoy the marriage, because of their children, and they keep praying for these men to turn back and come back to the place they used to be. But some people will say hell no, and they will say, okay, anything that want to happen, let it happen. They'll say no. They will never share their mind with anyone. So that's why the boxing starts coming in, and that's why the anger starts increasing, and that's why so many families are, are, are in disarray, because someone out there has made up his mind not to stick to a woman, or one woman out there has made up her mind not to stick to a man. So welcome. Let me know where you're joining me from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if I can read comments today, but if I can, I will share your comments. If I can, I will. But if I don't share the comments here, please put the comments in the comment section. If you have any question, put in the comment section, and I will definitely look into your question and also treat it here. So our team today says, "Help! He said he loves me, but he cheats on me." Beloved, if he cheats on you, then there is definitely an element of love that is not real. Yes, if you're in love with someone and the person cheats on you, there's an element of love that is not real. That is to say that one of the cheater is a pretender. Yeah, there's no two way about it. The cheater is a pretender. But I know some people can come into relationship and something will come on their way, one way or the other. Maybe they fall by the wayside, they make mistake, or they are attacked by the devil and they mess up. That's a different thing. When they mess up and they come back to the place where they are, they come back to the place like, God have mercy upon me, I've messed up, I don't want to do this dirty thing again. Then they come back to the place of their first love or their love. That is a different ballgame. But a man that keeps cheating on you, a woman that keeps cheating on you and doesn't want to respect you, and also bring out the cheating. One is even to cheat, another one is to bring the cheating in your eyes, like pointing those cheating habits into your eyes, and like, yes, I'm here, I'm cheating, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's when you know that truly, truly, the realm of love has diminished. Because if you love the person 100%, you definitely don't want to cheat. But some people will also love you and they will cheat. Why did I say that? Some people will love you and they cheat because they have big eyes. I call them big eyes. They are not content with what they have, and they want to test other people. But I tell you, those people that even love you and want to cheat, even if when they cheat, they will still they will make sure that you don't know that they are cheating on you. But a man that cheats on you and brings it to your face doesn't love you. There's no two way about it. It's either the man has been brainwashed by his culture, which is common. He has been brainwashed by his culture that he's allowed to have as many wives as possible, which is also not a crime. As a man, if you belong to that tradition that you have to marry as many wives as possible, it's not a crime. But before you take up a wife, especially the first one, you should let the first wife know that you're a traditional man, and your culture um allows you to marry as many as you want. So that's not big deal. If the woman you want to marry says yes, you can marry as many as you want, so there's no big deal there. But there's a big deal if you're married, you've chosen a monogamy form of marriage, and you now stylishly start diving into polygamy, and that's where the issue is. So if you have chosen monogamy and to be a man of one wife, and stay there. So if you're a man of one wife and a woman of one husband, stay there. Don't go elsewhere, because when you go elsewhere, it means you are battering with your marital vows. And when it comes to that end, it means something is going to happen, and those things that are going to happen will either make or mar your relationship. So if you don't want to break your relationship, you stay in the place of your promise. And what is the place of your promise? The place of your promise is the principles you shared to your spouse when you started the relationship. Yes, the principles that you shared with your spouse when you started the relationship, those principles are worth you should uphold. Maybe number one principles. You said, I am going to love you and you alone. I'm going into this relationship because I want to have a monogamy form of marriage or relationship with you, me and you together forever. So when you change your mind, then you've lost the person that you made those promises to. So like I said, there is no crime in having two wives or three wives or even four, provided you can take care of them and love them equally. But I bet you it's not possible. It's not possible to love them equally, and it's also not possible to take care of them equally, because you might make mistake, because you're not perfect. So you're not even perfect with keeping one, so talk less of keeping three or four or five, and loving them equally. So it's never possible. But there are some women that are built in such a way that they can take that. They can condone other women in their relationship. So you can look for those women. If you want to have polygamy and all that. But there are some women that they don't want that, and you don't come into their life. You found yourself into their life, and now you want to make them who polygamous in nature when they are not. So we have to know what we want. We have to map out what we want, and we don't want to see it as an excuse. So if you're in a relationship, make sure before you say yes I do, before you sign the document, ask questions like, would you like a polygamy? Would you like a monogamy? And the man or the woman is going to say, of course, I want a monogamy. Sign it and seal monogamy. You and I and my children. Okay. We don't want polygamy. I'm not saying no to polygamy. So many people like that. Some of us, we are brought up in a polygamous family, and we had our issues and we had our love, and we also maintain our peace. And that was then in the olden days. And if you still want to practice those olden days principles of polygamy in your home, if you want to do that, that is your business. But the issue I'm raising right here right now, you cannot say you love somebody and you're beating the person. And you that you are in relationship, they've not married you, and they've already started punching you. Wait until they marry you. Maybe you'll be losing some of the parts of your face. Be careful. A man has not married you. He has started punching you, using you as a punch back. Beloved, run for your life before it's too late. If you're married, that one is even a different thing. And even if you're married, it's not there's no difference in it. There's no difference in it, because you're not a punching bag. You're not a punching bag. Now, there's a scenario in a family, there's an issue in a family, there's a circumstance in a family, and this circumstance is making you as a man to boil. You want to do something, and a woman, you want to beat, you want to. Have we learned Have we learned actually to find out what the problem is? Have we learned actually to know why we are aggravating? Have we learned actually, have we looked into it actually to find out why we are boiling, why we're doing anger, anger, anger? Why? Have we found out the issue? Have we found out the problem? Have we found out what is making us do that? Beloved, if we find that out, we know that we definitely need no hit our wife, we definitely need no hit our husband. You know, when you have issue with your husband, for example, the issue you have is the problem. So the issue is the problem. Your husband is not the problem. When you have problem with your wife is not the problem. The problem is the problem. So we have to face the problem. Anytime we have problem in our homes, we should learn to face the problem. We should learn to face the problem, because when we do that, that is only when the problems will be solved. But when we begin to see our spouses and our loved ones as problem, that's when the punching bag starts. And we do not marry to make our we do not marry to make our loved ones a punching bag, but we marry to love them. So how do we help someone that is crying help? He said he loves me, but he's punching me. He said he loves me, but he's beating me. He said he loves me, but he's spanking me. He said he loves me, but he's slapping me anytime I want to make a statement. He shuns me and tells me to keep quiet and hates me. Beloved, you're heading into danger. If you aren't married yet, run for your life. Make sure that he changes. Make sure that she changes. Yes, there's also women beaters. There are women beaters. There's some women that like to beat their men. Not only men beating their women. There are women that beats their husbands. So it is a two-way thing. It's not only for the man. So when he says he loves you and he beats you, just know this and know peace. Know that he has not made up his mind 100% to love you. That's the truth. And secondly, he's eyeing a woman out there. There is somebody out there that is eyeing, so that when he aggravates you, he can go there and have a sukkah. Because marriage is a place of togetherness. Marriage is a place of succor. After going through the stress in your place of work, after going through the stress in your school, in your areas of endeavor, in your political areas of influence, areas that the places that you get money from, there could be stress coming there. After getting all the stress, you come home, you want to see a woman that you can lean on and share your secret with. You want to see a man that you can lean on and share the stress you're going through in your place of work with. And you're coming home, that person that you want to share those things with, that person definitely doesn't need to be the person you want to be punching. So if you are the one that they are punching, it means the person punching you actually has someone out there, or the person is eyeing someone out there where he can be pouring out those time of when he needs succor. Because every human being needs succor, every man needs succor, every woman needs succor. And if you're now battering the person that you're supposed to confide in, then there's a problem. That's a sign that there is something out there. That's a sign there is something out there. I want to see if I have um somebody said hey Blessing. Blessing say hey. Atman says good morning, love doctor. Good morning. Welcome, Atman. And thanks for sharing. Please share as you're joining, everyone. And let me also know where you're joining. Okay. As you're joining, please share. God bless you. So, how do we save ourselves from domestic nonsense? One, you have to make up your mind to love whoever you want to stay with. And two, if you're still eyeing someone out there, then dissolve your relationship with the one inside. Because you can't be eyeing someone out there and you're mistreating the one inside. That is the root of domestic nonsense. So if you don't want domestic nonsense, Make sure you're not eyeing someone out there, and let your eyes be single. Let your eyes be single, and do not allow the shining skirt out there to deprive you from the golden skirt in your room. Do not allow the shining trouser out there to deprive you from the golden trouser in your home. Okay. And another one is, make sure you face the problem, not your partner. If there's an argument in your family, if there's an issue in your family, make sure you face the issue, not your your make sure you fix the issue, not your partner. For example, your partner is did something that you do not like. Mention that thing that you do not like. That is the problem. The problem is that thing that you do not like. Write it down. This, I don't like it. And that thing is the problem, and not your partner. But the problem is, we take our partner as the problem. We start fighting our partner, instead of trying to solve the problem by writing down what the problem is and being a solution to that problem. For you to have a beautiful marriage or a beautiful relationship, you have to find out what you like and what you do not like. And whenever you see what you do not like, write it down and face it, and strategize to look out for solution in making sure your partner doesn't repeat what you do not like. And if you don't know how to do that, book a section with me today. If you don't know how to do that, book a section with a counselor. Book a session with a marriage counselor, and they will help you to solve the issue. Besides, you cannot do everything yourself. And that's why you have professional counselors. That's why you have people that can help you and educate you into getting into the solution and being a solution to that problem. So seek counseling. He loves you, he beats you, you still love him. Seek counseling. Seek counseling. And of course, remove anger in your life. Some people want to hit you because you did something that angered them. The scriptures warn us to stay away from anger, because anger rots the bone. Anger and jealousy rots the bone. You're in a relationship with someone. You are not there to be jealous of their wins. You're there to compliment them. You're there to love them. You're there to appreciate them. You're there to honor them. And you're there to respect them. And this thing goes both ways. Respect goes both ways. The man respecting the husband, and the husband respecting the wife. The man respecting the wife, and the wife respecting the husband. So it's both way. The man respecting the wife, and the wife respecting the husband. So respect goes both way. There should be no room for jealousy in a relationship. You're in a relationship with someone, you are jealous about their wins. Why? You should be the one clapping for them. You should be the one rejoicing with them. You should be the one caring for them. You should be the one being there for them. You should be the one that want to elevate them, that wants to make them you should be the one that wants to make them go higher in life. So whenever there is a win, there should be a clapping, there should be a rejoicing, and that rejoicing should come from you. So you're not going into a relationship to be in a competition with your husband. Some of you women, they are doing competition with their husband. Their husband built two houses. They want to build two. Who is going to live in those houses? What is wrong with you? You're doing competition with your husband. What is wrong with you? You're a wife doing competition with your husband. What is wrong with you? Or you're a husband doing competition with your wife. What is wrong with you? Or you're a husband, you don't want your wife to advance in her career. What is wrong with you? You don't want her to advance in her career, and you're not ready to take care of her financial needs appropriately. What is wrong with you? Those are the things that breeds domestic nonsense. Let's say no to domestic nonsense, and embrace domestic love, embrace domestic calmness, embrace domestic peace, embrace domestic tenderness and love. Okay. And what are these things? So why does these things happen? Some of these things happen because some of us have been blindfolded with our culture, and the culture that tells you that a woman must be controlled, the culture that tells you that you are the man, you have to control everything the woman does, and your element of control has gone haywire. Then there's no more respect coming from the woman. In as much as our culture and our belief gives the man as the head of the home, the man should also be humble, not to allow heading the home head him into trouble. Humble yourself as a man by loving. Humble yourself as a man by providing. Humble yourself as a man by also speaking in a voice that your wife will enjoy. Do not always be in a violent way addressing issues in your family. Be loving, be kind, and be a good father. And one of the reasons why there is all this domestic nonsense is because some people have learned some bad characters from their upbringing. Bringing up people see their parents do the boxing thing and all that, and they want to also practice that in their relationship. Beloved, if you have gone through if you're coming out from a family that has some domestic nonsense, and you feel it has been inculcated in you, seek a counselor. Seek counseling before going into relationship. Seek counseling before marrying, because if you're going into that relationship with that kind of orientation, with that kind of mentality, is going to also affect your children when you start having them. Love is beautiful, so, but we can avoid crisis, we can avoid we can avoid nonsense, we can avoid abuse in our relationship, and we can actually be the best person we can be if we work hard to be who we actually want to be. So if you're in a relationship and the person is battering you already, seek a legal action. Of course, seek a legal action. But before you do that, stay away from your abuser. Speak out. Do not allow somebody to abuse you so much that it gets into your brain and starts affecting your mental health. If somebody is abusing you, it could be financial abuse, it could be emotional abuse, it could be any form of abuse. When you feel like you've been abused, when you feel like you're being mistreated in that relationship, speak out. Speak out. You have to speak out, because if you don't speak out, it gets too bad. It might get too bad. And if it gets too bad, it might start affecting your mental health. And the Lord loves you, and He has given you a sound mind and not a spirit of fear. So you don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid. You have to speak out. And of course, restrain yourself from your physical abuser. Restrain yourself. Do not give your face to somebody to box. When somebody wants to dodge, run for your life. Yes, run for your life. Stay away from abuse, and do not also be the one raising abuse. You know, the scriptures tells us that a gentle word quenches anger. A gentle word quenches anger. So when somebody wants to hit you and you say, "Oh, I love you, sweetheart," I don't think the person want to hit you. The person will start laughing. So, but when we are the one um, putting flames in fire, that's when we get hit. So be careful not to be hit. Be careful not to be hit. Do not allow anybody to provoke you to the extent that you want to hit the person. Do not do that. Instead of you to hit the person, walk away from the person. Go away from the person. Give the person chances. I mean, give the person some meters away from. Stay away from the person, so that in such a way that when you're even talking to the person, your hand will not even touch his or her clothes. Save yourself, because so many people have committed so many people have unlived others because of anger. When you beat someone, maybe the person you want to beat had already stressed from the place of work and all that, and you hit the person and you hit the person in the wrong place, what happens? And remember, that was not what you agreed before coming into that relationship. You agreed to love the person. You shared love, you shared trust, you shared togetherness. You want to love the person. That's why the person even agreed to start living with you at the first place. So, my question is, where is the promise of love? Where is the love that you have promised this person? Why are you not reciprocating this love? Where is this love that you have promised this person? Why are you not reciprocating this love? So love is something that should be seen in us, not quarreling all times. I mean, it's not actually wrong for couples to quarrel, but when you quarrel, make sure that each time you quarrel, there's a solution at the end. Do not keep quarreling and quarreling and quarreling without bringing solution. After the quarrels, make sure there's a solution to every quarrel. You know, when there's a solution to every quarrel, that settles it. And if the partner wants to repeat whatever, if your partner wants to repeat whatever happened that brought that problem at the first place, the person is going to remember that, oh, when we had this issue, when we had this issue before, look at what happened. When we had this issue before, look at what happened. Look at how we solved it. Look at how we share this look at how we solve this problem. And they don't want to go into repeating that. But there's a repeated argument because after the argument there was no solution. So whenever you have argument with your wife or with your husband, make sure at the end of the argument, make sure you people also um, come to a solution. Make sure you settle it, because if you don't settle it, it keeps coming. And that's why somebody will just say, that's what you did last 10 years. That's what, because you never settled it. Because you never settled that argument. Settle your argument, settle your scores yourself, and do not allow anybody to distract you. Thank you, Alice Deborah, for the stars. Thank you. And bless you. So share this message, and also uh, put in your comment section, put in your views in the comment section. What do you think makes people to get some some domestic nonsense, not political nonsense, some domestic nonsense, to the extent that somebody is hitting you, turning you as a punching block? If you ask me, I must say there is no reason for that. There is no reason for you to punch anyone. There is no reason for you to slap anyone. There is no reason, whatever, for you to beat a woman or for you to beat a man in that relationship. If they offend you and you're no longer interested in the relationship, walk away instead of beating them, because beating them will not solve issues. Beating them will not solve issue. Have you ever thought about your own life? When you make mistake, do you beat yourself? When you make mistake as a man, do you beat yourself? When you make mistake as a woman, do you beat yourself? The answer is no. We don't beat ourselves. We just feel bad about the mistake we make, and we try as much as we can to stop the mistake or to correct it as much as we can. And if we can do that as human being, then there's no point for us also uh, beating other people that made mistakes. So people are proud of making mistake, but the idea of being there is to be able also to is to be able also to forgive. And forgiving someone means taking care of what they have done to you that you do not like, taking lightly with them. I mean, taking it with good faith that, okay, fine, this person has done this, I don't really like it, but because of the love I have for the person, i'm just gonna I'm just gonna forgive this person, and uh I'm just gonna take another time to give them another chance to live. You know, domestic violence is not something that should be seen in our family, be it emotional, be it financial, be it intimacy, anything that you want to call it, be it sex, Surely, I don't know, abuse should not be part of our dealings. Love your wife, husbands, wives, listen to your husband, be submissive to your husband, respect your husband, and of course, speak to them when they are calm hearted. Speak to your husband when they are calm hearted. When they do something that you do not like, speak to them when they are kind hearted. Speak to them when they are calm. Don't speak to them when your children are there, everybody listening, looking at, listening to to their mess. That aggravates them. That makes them angry. Speak to them at your quiet time, when you have that time, you want to have your intimacy together. Tell them about what they did that you do not like, and you see that man that was raking. You see him crawling and begging and saying, "Oh, he's sorry," and he will never do that. And those men that do that, they will actually never do that. But if you keep telling men their weaknesses when they are not calm, so they will get angry, and because some of these men, they want to prove that they are right, you know so with women too. If you want to quench a woman argument, buy them gift. Buy them gift. Say, okay, buy your wife a gift, give her the gift. After giving her the gift, you see the continent in her face. If she likes it, that more that she's happy, tell her, sweetheart, I love you so much, I bought you this gift, but there's something you did the other day, I didn't really like it. Please promise me you won't do it again. I love you. Kiss her, and she will tell you, oh my sweetheart, I'm sorry for doing it. And she will also open up and say, it's because of this I did it, it's because of you did it. I know, and before you know it, you know your weaknesses, and you know how to solve it, and you know how to be the best you can. And of course, save your family from future torture, and save your family from relationship from breaking. So love is beautiful when somebody is really ready to take it. Love is beautiful when somebody is really ready to make amends. Love is beautiful when you are ready to do things that you want to do, and not only doing things, but ready to do it. Making up your mind to do things, making up your mind to do things that you would love to do without stress. Making up your mind to love, making up your mind to apologize when need be, making up your mind to say I'm sorry. Because one of the reasons why there's also domestic nonsense is because so many people are not ready to say that they are sorry. you know so many people are not ready to say that they're sorry. If you offend someone, say you're sorry. Say you are sorry. you know don't say, oh, you cannot apologize because you're a man. Some will say they are titled man. I am a traditional man, I cannot apologize. So you marry your title. You marry your title. But as far as you're not marrying your title, as far as you're not marrying your title, you're marrying your wife, then you should be able to apologize when you misbehave. To apologize when you behave. You should be able to apologize when you do something that is not right to your wife. You should be able to apologize as a man. And as a woman, you should also be able to apologize when you do something that you do not like to your husband. Respect goes both ways. So it means our ability to apologize will also help us to love more. Our ability to also forgive will also help us to love more. So in all things, learn to forgive. In all things, learn to apologize. In all things, learn to be whoever God wants you to be without punching someone. Learn to restrict the anger on your face or on your hand. Whenever you have anger coming into your hand, run. Stay away. Some of you that said, "Oh, I don't really want to beat her, but she said something and my hand hit her." No, it's wrong. If you know your wife is going to say something and your hand is going to hit her, stay far away. 6 meter. Stay far away 6 meters so that your hand will not meet her. So that there is no contact, physical contact to hit her or to hit him. So you don't have any excuse to hit a woman. You don't have any excuse to hit a man. You're in a relationship to be lovers. You're in a relationship to be friends forever. So map out once again your relationship goals. If you have hit your wife before, if your wife has hit you before and you want to reconcile and make amends, write down your relationship principles again. Write it down, put it down that you're not going to hit her again. Make amends and stand on the principles that you have created to make your love a better place and a beautiful one at that. And remember, whatever we are showcasing in that marriage, our children are watching us. Our children are the spectators, or rather, they are the audience, because they will be acting it. And of course, they are watching. It's like a two thing. They are acting it as you're doing those things. Your children are watching you. They're like spectators watching you, and they are also going to do it. So you don't say, okay, you are the one doing it, and your children will do it in the future. So make sure that whenever there is domestic nonsense, your children are not watching you and they are not hearing you. That's the way of saving the next generation. Don't put the innocent children in your mess. Take care of your mess. If you have issue with your wife, discuss it when the children are asleep. If you have issue with your husband, discuss it when the children are not there. When they are in school or they are playing on the playing ground, they are not around you. You people can fix your issues yourself. Do not bring your domestic issues to the hearings and to the sides of your children. Make sure you take it away from them so that they will not live their life thinking about how their father has been battering their mother, or how their mother has been punching their father. They will not live with that kind of mentality. They will not live with that kind of thoughts in their life. Save your children. Save your children from domestic violence. And by doing what? By controlling your anger and not trying to showcase every bit of your anger to the to at the detriment of your kids. Them, showcasing your anger while your children are watching you. No way. Restrain yourself. Restrain yourself from physical touch anytime you're angry. That will save you a lot. That will save you a lot of stress. And some people, so many men also, they have lost their marital relationship legal battles because they hit their wife. Normally, maybe they were also not the only problem. Of course, they are not the only problem that the relationship did not work, but the area that they have hit their wife has disqualified them from winning the legal battle. So in order for you to win, don't hit. And of course, the only reason also why I would also advise a woman like me to stay in a marriage is a marriage that she's not suffering any physical abuse, because you have to be alive first before you can love. You have to be alive first before you can take care of your children. You have to be alive first before you can be who God wants you to be in that relationship. So your life is so important to us. Your life is also important to God, because God wants you to be alive and fulfill your purpose. So do not allow a man to end it, or do not allow a woman to end it. If they are punching you, report them. If they are punching you, open up your mouth and speak out. Don't carry a blue eye to your place of work and say you hit your head on the door, whereas it was your man or your woman that hit you. Speak out now, when before it's too late. So some people actually get into this uh some people get into this violent style because of what they are passing through, because some of them are depressed, some of them are having also mental issues that they might not even want to share with you. But when you speak out, the person can get help, and the earlier they help the person, the better for you and for your children. Remember, love is beautiful, and love does not heat somebody up, because love is patient and tender, and of course calm to see the reaction. So if he says he loves you but beats you, my sister, it means he does not respect you, because he has not actually given you his 100% commitment. And if she says she loves you but beats you and disrespects you, it means she's not proud of you, and she's not content with what you have. She's still having her eyes somewhere out there, because she has not given you her 100% commitment. If a woman loves you, she gives you her 100% commitment, and of course, she was going to be content with whatever you give to her and whatever she has. But in a situation where there is no contentment, disrespect is the order of the day, and abuse is inevitable. I'm Anastasia Fishner, and I see you again on Hang Out with Me. Remember, love is a beautiful thing, and we can actually create beautiful atmosphere in our relationships, in our homes, and everywhere that we find ourselves. Let us therefore learn to respect our spouses. Let us therefore learn to honor our spouses. Let us therefore learn to be calm when we are angry, and allow love to reign. And as we do that, we'll be setting up good memories, and of course good principles, and of course becoming good role models for our children and for the nation at large. Remember, your family is the smallest unit of God, where God can be seen. Therefore, make it worthwhile. God bless you. Bye bye. See you next week. Please share if you haven't.